Perfectionism.
Oh, yes.
I need to actually mention that. It's so fitting here. This little word can mean 1,000 other things for 1,000 different people.
Exactly. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, wherever you're joining us. Hello, everybody. This is another episode of the Time Fix podcast, and we are into another month of a beautiful topic. And now that we are truly in the middle, I don't want to say in the middle of the year, but
No, we are in the middle of winter because we are down here, down under, period.
we are down under, we are in Australia.
We can't deny that.
We can't deny that. It's definitely not spring over here. It is very much in the middle of cold, and the days are getting shorter, and the nights are longer. Feels like it's cold. You want to stay at home.
dark.
It's wet, dark, and it's whatever.
We need an escape
Yes.
to somewhere a bit more warmer.
But having said that, it's one of those months where even if you wanted to do fun things, the weather is not going to allow you to do that. So what do? We become more productive.
No, we're not. Here's the thing. Like, if you go backwards and you listen to our past few episodes, then you know that we spoke about how much available time we have. And we did talk a little bit about public holidays and so on. Well, from August onwards, we're heading into that period of the year when nothing happens.
Nothing
happens.
No, and
I mean, if you're in Victoria and you're in luck because at the end of September you'll get one day off just because we love our footy. Go figure. So that's the only downtime that you really have, and it feels almost like a catch-22 because
Yes.
you feel like hiding because it's cold and you want to be tucked away and warm and cozy. Yet it is the time of the year that gives you the most opportunity to be productive.
100%. Because there's what else can you do when you're indoors all the time?
Oh, I know what to do. I can hide under the doona and have a good book.
You can do that too, but I think if you're going down that track, that can be productive too if that's what you need.
I think there you go. I mean, let's define this.
Yes, let's define this. And that's a
end-
great segue to defining what productivity means.
What does productivity mean?
Yes,
It's a fairly new word.
it is.
We have to agree to that.
Yes.
And I think we've spoken briefly about this before.
Yeah.
But I do believe that it's important to clarify that this is not a concept that we always had.
No.
It pretty much came with the industrial revolution.
Yes.
And it's kind of defined by what you put in and what you get out, and what's the correlation between the two.
Absolutely. That's the dictionary definition.
That's it.
What's the input and what's the output, and how do you correlate one to the other? That's pretty much it.
Time was not part of this equation
No.
for quite some time.
Yes.
I mean, yes, we want things done faster,
Yes.
but that's not necessarily a time measurement.
No.
In it.
No. And there are some industries where faster is not always better.
Yeah.
In terms of productivity, right?
We have clients
We
in
have
that
clients,
space.
especially in manufacturing. If you are somebody in the manufacturing space, you might agree with us that working faster is not always better, because if you work faster, you are more prone to making mistakes, which means that there's loss of material, there's things don't get delivered on time, which means you have unhappy customers. And then that's not really productive, is it?
And also, sometimes being faster means that you're not using your resources at their optimum. So it's
Exactly.
really a very complex equation when it comes
Yes.
to productivity. What does that mean?
Yeah.
But I also think that we don't talk about this enough.
No.
Typically, when we throw this question to a team, we get very funny and interesting responses.
Yes.
We did a workshop.
Yes.
And we asked the question, and there were business owners in the room, and we
Yes.
got all these beautiful high-level stuff,
Yes.
getting things done in a timely manner.
Yes.
Or
and having the best outcome possible within the time we have, and being efficient. And a lot of the times, if we have business owners and their employees in the room, one thing that we typically get is getting things done.
that's it.
That's it.
I mean, for your regular people within the team,
Yes.
it's all about getting things done.
Yes.
And I think that we don't talk the same language.
No.
And here's a fun story. Not fun story. This beautiful lady, business owner, when we asked her in the workshop the question, so what does productivity mean to you? She said, productivity equals happiness. And the whole team was like, oh yeah, here we go. Fluff.
Yes.
You remember?
Yes. Yes.
But at the end of the day, when she started to explain why she said that, it kind of made sense.
Yeah.
Because she said that productivity to her personally means that everyone rocks up on time, everyone does their job well, there's no wastage, there's no breakdowns, there's no conflict. Everyone is smiling and just doing what they need to do. And at the end of the day, everyone walks out of the factory with a nice, warm chatter, with big smiles at the end of the day. And yeah, so it's, that picture perfect?
Yes. Which never is, but yeah.
Let's
Pretend.
Well, that's what we're talking about, right? The
Yeah.
pretend. So to her, happiness meant that everything just went
Yes.
right that
Yes.
day. So it's a different way of measuring productivity, right?
100%. And sometimes, let's just reiterate the fact that not all activities that seem productive can be measured.
Oh, that's a big one.
Yes. It cannot always be measured, only because if you really look at what it meant for that client in terms of happiness, then let me go further. Degrees of happiness that were involved in there. How happy and how less happy, or what that looked like. You can't always measure that, can you? You can't. There's no real measurement
I
for
thought
that.
you were going to say that it's hard because we're working with people.
And that's where I was getting at, because what would be the measure of accomplishment or satisfaction or happiness, or there's no real measure or yardstick for that.
I think that's one of our biggest challenges as productivity consultants, because at the end of the day, we are all about enhancing your biggest asset, your
Yes.
people.
Yes.
And while we try to put a measure to it and we try to say, oh, yes, we're giving you back half an hour a day minimum, typically it's a lot more. It's really hard to measure it, because at the end of the day, it doesn't depend on me.
No.
I can give the best tools. We can coach the best possible way. But if the people are not on board, and if there are blockages that we don't see or we are not aware of, the end result of that productivity journey
Yeah.
will be vastly different to what you expected originally.
100%. So let me just ask you that. Now, since we are in that space of productivity, okay, and that we are working with people, there's not always one measure of what that would look like, and that there is an aspect of people putting in effort in order for that productivity to look like. What would be the one thing that business owners or team leaders or anybody working in that space should be thinking about in order for them to start looking at their own productivity?
How much time do we have?
We've got 6 minutes.
Actually, I think this is the wrong way to go about it.
Yes.
Because I'm pretty sure that most half-decent businesses would have some sort of KPIs
Yeah.
that measure success and that measure accomplishment within a role. And I think that is a very good key indicator when it comes to productivity. But I also think that if your team, if your people, let's not even say team, because sometimes it's not even the team. Sometimes it's a tribe with other small businesses around you that give some value to your clients. I think it needs to start with defining what does productivity mean.
Exactly.
And when I say that I'm efficient, what does it mean in your world? Or when I say that I get things done, what does that mean in your world? Because I can get things done and there's no happiness or no good stuff attached to that, but it's ticked off my list.
Yes.
Right? Just little analogy here. You can bake a cake that is nice and fluffy and delicious, and you can bake a cake that is unedible, right?
Yes.
And at the end of the day, if I want to take the item off baking a cake,
I have done it.
it's done.
It's done. Whether anybody will eat it or touch it with a 10-foot pole or not, that's besides the point.
It's
I
done.
have done it. So, and hence, that's exactly where we would like to land that, because let's really recap that. The essence of what productivity should look like is pretty much how you define it. If you are somebody who runs a business and has people around you, take the time to define what it means to you within your business.
And don't expect people to guess what's in your head.
No.
And what does productivity look like in your world? Because none of us can read minds.
No.
And what's good enough for me may not be good enough for you. Or on the flip side, what's mediocre to you might be already overachieving
for me. Exactly.
So it is very important to create some clear definitions around what does productivity mean.
Exactly. And if possible, become as specific as you possibly can.
Especially with a team.
Especially with a team. Become as specific as you can.
Perfectionism.
Oh, yes.
I need to actually mention that. It's so fitting here.
Yes.
Because that, beside the fact that it can be the saboteur of productivity, let's leave that to the side for the moment. But the point is that this little word can mean 1,000 other things for 1,000 different people.
Exactly.
And we always say this story around this with the guy who was producing furniture and this amazing person who was just perfecting the curvature. After 76%,
nobody could see it anyway.
And nobody cares. It doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
Yet when he was asked to stop and not go over 90%, he said, "Oh, so you want me to do a shit job?"
Yes.
In his mind, he was not productive anymore.
Yes. Or doing a good job in general, because that's again another thing that you have to define. Who sees their job as being good, and what does that look like? And are they feeling like they are doing the best possible work that they possibly can, which means are they being productive in their own heads? So unless you define this, and that's where the specificity part comes from, right?
Absolutely.
Are we following the client's expectation of doing the good job, or are we setting our own standards around what a good job should look like? What are the definitions? What are those parameters?
Is our getting things done way over the standard that is expected? So it has a lot of elements, and when it comes to productivity, especially within a team, it is essential to have a conversation around what does it look like? What are the key components? What can you tweak? What you can't tweak? What is negotiable? What's non-negotiable? Have a whole language, a vocabulary around what does that look like, because the more you understand how the people around you work, the easier it becomes to be productive.
100%. So if you're only just joining us and watching us with this episode, go back to a few of our episodes and have a listen to our episodes on goal setting, planning, review, etc., so that you can figure out what productivity means for you, because it all comes from who you really are wired as and what productivity definition looks like for you. And if you want to hear more around what this means, don't forget to subscribe and follow us here at the bottom.